DC here. Hi, guys and gals. Well, I hope you're well. It is Sunday afternoon. It's been a busy Sunday up to now. The sun actually coming in. It's been a busy Sunday up to now. We had something at church, actually a potluck dinner, but it started out at like 9 o'clock in the morning, 9:15. With coffee and little snacks or whatever, so to say. Well, actually, it was mostly breads and stuff like that, for the and juice and so on. Then we had the service, and then after the service, there was a potluck dinner, and it was nice. It was just warm enough. I say that like that, just warm enough so that we were able to be outside. That was fun, So sharing meal. I don't know, we were a couple hundred people. I mean, I don't really know how many people we were, but a couple hundred people, and most people had brought something, so there was a really nice spread. And the nice thing is that it's a very multinational church, so we had people from all over. I really enjoyed. We have some. I think they might be Ethiopians. There's the ladies. They wear these white veils. They come in the afternoon. Actually, they're not the part of the main. I was gonna say the main church. They come and they use our buildings in the afternoon. But today was, like I said, the potluck. But it was actually kind of a Thanksgiving or harvest meal today. And they always bring, it's like, kind of like pancakes. I was going to say it's, it's like pancakes, but they're like really big. And they cut parts of it, and they have their bean sauces and other sauces. It's kind of like a mixture between a Mexican wrap or something, but it's like, well, the spices are hot, put it that way. I guess in that respect, it'd be probably similar to to Mexican food. But if you've ever been to Africa or anywhere near or know Africans, you know that they like their food hot, and it was good, and it was very spicy. I was told that they toned it down, so as Europeans would be able to eat it. I mean, I have been to Africa before, and I know how spicy their food can be. But it was nice. It really was, that was good. We made different. I was going to say this year we made a ravioli-like salad, which was with vegetables and stuff. Other years we made like different meals. We try to make something different every year. But and then there was all the desserts that came after. We didn't make a dessert this year. There's some ladies. It's not only the ladies, but I've noticed that 90% of the time it seems to be the ladies. Some people make more desserts. Others make more the main meals. Anyway, it was fun. It was fun, and we had a good glass of wine and so on. Well, I was going to say probably more than one glass. Yeah. I was we were sitting with the other guy who does the camera work at church, because I help, and we put the service online pretty much every week, and that's handy. It's good for the people that are sick or don't have a chance to be at the service. I send off the link to my mom, for example, and she's in the seniors residence, and she watches it in Canada. Yeah, it's cool. So that was our Sunday, actually, a busy Sunday. Yesterday was, I was almost going to say the usual. The kids and grandkids were over. We had a great time. Yeah, a lot of fun time, joking and everything. So it was cool. It really was. I mean, there's something about being, I was going to say, retired and a family person in that respect. And that was an interesting conversation. What am I up to as far as minutes go? Oh, it's okay. I haven't been chatting that long. I was with one man today, and he's freshly retired. And we were a couple guys, myself and another person who was a farmer, who was, as he said, pseudo-retired, because his son took over the farm, and he, as he likes to say, he works for his son now. And we were talking about retirement with this guy because he finds it really difficult. And we were saying, that being retired is not something that you just fall into. Uh, it is something you need to prepare. And so we had this chat. I mean, I told him that you kind of need something to keep you going. It's not You're not just going to like sit down in front of the telly all day, or or just do mindless walks or whatever. You got to have something that keeps you going. That doesn't mean that you continue your work, but you might need something else. And so we did have that chat because I think there are people that immerse themselves so much in their work. Some do it because they just don't want to be home. Yeah, it's a difficult, it's a challenge. It really is for a lot of people. The more people I know now that are retiring, the more I find that for them it really is a challenge. And as us people that are boomers, we're all like retiring or have been retired and so on. And so there's a lot of us around. Yeah, there are. Over here in Switzerland today is a I was going to say a voting day. Every now and then we vote. We don't, not for people in this case, but for topics. And one of the topics that I think I lost my vote on today was what they call the home value. And it's basically when you live somewhere or you own a home or property in Switzerland, it has what they call an intrinsic value. That would be like for the house, it would be the value if you rented it. What the government puts as a value, and that is counted as a revenue. Now, that part is weird because, of course, that means that you're paying actually income tax on that. So the day today was to vote against that. Now, in first hand, that looks pretty logical, and it probably is in a way. But what they do is they kind of, and that's a Swiss thing, they throw in little subtext parts when they throw in these things that become law. And now we will not have the right to deduct from our income tax any work that we do on the house. So that means that that there's a lot of people that are upset with this because, first off, well, of course you will be paying more income tax if you start deducting more than what that value was. So it's a kind of way of funding, so to say, the work, or like subsidizing, I should say. But, and that's where it gets as well, is that all these small businesses that would be working for you are now worried because a lot of people are going to say, I'm not going to do this work if it's not going to help me. And so that's one thing. So small businesses are worried about this. And actually, paradoxically, the banks are as well. Because if people don't stop doing the upkeep of their homes, the homes will actually lose value. So as I was talking with a person at the bank the other day, they were saying, well, that means that the actual value of our property is going to go down over years. There's always more to politics than one thinks, isn't there? Okay, I guess I have really spoken long enough. I'm coming up to 10 minutes slowly. So that'll be it. That's my Sunday vlog for today. This and that. DC signing off. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.